Hello everybody. We are going to work today to change our weavings from this part to this part, okay? So I glued down all your vertical strips, but just at the top so that we could work on them at the bottom. And then we're going to take these horizontal strips and we're going to weave them through there. And then finally, we'll glue our hearts on top. All right, let's get started. Okay, so we are going to weave our horizontal strips through the vertical ones. I found that if you want to teach them on your own and not have me do it on this video, then that's fine. However, it works best for you. But I kind of get them started. So we want to emphasize the pattern. Over, under, over, under, over, under. And then we'll just slide it up as far as it'll go, okay? And then the next one, of course, this will be a little bit difficult for them, has to start the opposite. So if that one went over, then this one has to start with the under. Over, under, over, and under and over. And then slide it up. So they kind of sit next to each other. And then you just get another strip and you continue in that way. Now I have some kids who will like skip some, and it'll kind of look like that, but then they catch it back up on the next one. So, you know, however that works out, we'll figure it out as we go along. Those little imperfections don't bother me too much if they don't bother you. It is nice to kind of emphasize the pattern and see if they can get that pattern on there. So we'll do it like that. And sometimes I even like to see those edges a little off kilter. That's kind of the way I glued it on top. And they can just keep on going like that. Now, kids who have a really hard time, I would get them started. So I would run around the room and say, okay, this one's going to start that way. And they could usually finish it up pretty good by themselves. And we'll just weave all of those together. Okay, so there we are. We have all 9 of those strips on there. If they lose one and they only have 8, that's fine. It's still going to work out just fine. So it's kind of woven together. See, it holds itself, but not a whole lot. It's going to be flimsy. So we're going to glue it, all right? And I'm not sure if they can do this or if you need to do this, but I think they can. They're going to pick up a strip and just put a dot of glue on there and put it back down. And pick it up, dot, back down. Pick it up, dot, back down. Now this one, of course, you can't glue underneath, but that's okay. So you just do all the ones that are on top, and it tends to hold itself together and work itself out. I like to snug it up a little bit so it's not too flimsy and falling apart. So I might snug them all together. And then just pick these up and put a little dot of glue on there. Dot and a dot. Remember, a little dot does a lot. There we go. And a dot. Okay? So we've kind of got all of those little flaps glued down that will hold it together. Once you get that glued together, then I just take it and flip the whole thing over and kind of glue it along the outside. You can put some on the inside too. So I think you can see that I'm just kind of running some glue on there. I'm not sure if you want the kids to do this back part. They could probably do the front part, and then you could just kind of glue this kind of fast, because you can see how it's starting to loosen up a little bit right there. And then put it back down. Let me put that back into place. And then just give it a good tap, tap, tap. There we go. So it'll all hold into place. Very nice. All right. So then you're going to take your hearts. Let me get those. So then we're going to take our hearts and we're just going to glue them down. Now I like to lay them out first just to kind of get some placement on there so they're not all bunched up in one area. And I'll just lay them all down, get an arrangement that I'm happy with, and then I can, you know, move them, get them set. Maybe there's 2 reds next to each other, so I'll kind of move some around. And then just put some glue on the back, glue it down, give it a good little smush smush, and let the whole thing dry. All right, and then that'll be terrific. Have fun. Do this in stages if you want to too. Like you could do the weaving on the bottom one day, and then when all of that dries, you can do the hearts the next day, however that works out for you. Have fun. Bye-bye.